I'm the shit. I'm the motherfucking shit. Regardless of what anyone thinks of me today, I will hold myself in the highest esteem. No matter what I face today, I got this because I'm the shit. Whatever I put my hands to will prosper. There is nothing that I can't accomplish. Why? Because I'm the shit. What some disdain as arrogance, I understand is a necessary confidence, and I will not be shaken. Today, I will walk with pride. I will think with wisdom. I will speak with knowledge, and everyone I encounter will behold the magnificence that is me. With wisdom, I will speak with knowledge, and everyone I encounter will behold the magnificence that is me. From my head to my feet, I will embrace all that I am in truth and in honesty. For I know that even with what others consider faults, I am still the shit. I'm a unique being, manifested in this realm for a unique purpose. Therefore, I will move throughout my day with my head held high. I will smile with certainty. I will laugh with assurance. I will applaud the divinity in myself, asserting that I am who I am, and I am the shit.
Happy Sunday. Hello, 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 hello. Welcome everybody that intends to live life authentically. I am Shemeka Michelle, and I am the shit, and I know that, and I hope you know that as well. That was the purpose of me writing that, because I feel like there's a lot of affirmations out here, but they don't really speak to me like the way I speak to myself. So I created that so that I don't have, it's really nice to be like, oh, the birds are lovely, the birds sound great, they're chirping, and I'm so blessed, and that sounds great and all, that's good. But when I look at myself in the mirror and I need a little behind me, I say to myself, I'm the shit. I don't be saying how the birds sound. I don't be saying that the butterflies look great. I say I'm the shit. So that is the affirmation that I did, and I'm sharing it with my people that feel like they talk in everyday plain English as well. What are y'all drinking tonight? A lot of times on Sundays we talk about what we've had to drink. I myself am drinking lemonade with tequila in it. I had no idea what I was drinking. I asked my ex-husband. He makes homemade lemonade a lot of times, and I had a taste for it, so I'm like, let me get some of that lemonade. And then I said to him, if you have some alcohol, give me a little bit of alcohol. Well, it wasn't until I got home and I'm like, what is in this drink? I'm feeling a little bit tipsy, and I felt like I hadn't had that much to drink. And he goes, oh, it has a little bit of tequila in it. So I'm feeling quite nice, but I am ready to get into the topic for today. Teach me how to forgive. Why? Because let me backtrack, because I feel like a horse, when they open the gate, like I'm just ready to come out like, because people have irritated me a little bit over the last, 24 hours. But let me check in with y'all to see what you're drinking today. Let's see here, Kayla. Hi Sharon, hi Sharisa, hi Taryn and Penny. Thank you, Sharon. Your hair is beautiful and growing butterfly. Right, Mike, you're drinking H2O. Well, that is what I'm drinking. Has it been shared to the Naked Girls page? That's what I'm drinking today. And we're going to get into talking about forgiveness, because what I realize is people don't like to forgive. People like to hang on to animosity and hard feelings, and they like to bitch about nothing, and women don't realize that causes you to look old, that causes you to walk around bitter, that causes you to have this constant resting bitch face, as I call it. And I don't want to be that person. I want to you're having popsicle, Sharisa. We know my best friend is once again in the hospital, and so that's another reason why I needed a little bit of something to drink, because the hospital was giving me the runaround as I was trying to check on her today and figure out what was going on. They're telling me she's not here, and I'm like, then somebody is like, oh, we can only tell you that she is here, and I'm like, I know she's there, damn it, she's not at home, that's why I'm calling out here. But so y'all send your prayers, meditations, good thoughts to my best friend who is watching from her hospital bed with a tube going up her nose, because we FaceTime and I was able to see her. Hey Nikki, and hi Mom, you're back, great, thank you. So again, what I realize is people don't like to fucking forgive. So just here recently, I had a situation where I came to the conclusion that, I mean, most of the time we don't like to be seen in a negative light. And I think I really care. Like, I don't want people to think I'm mean. But I have just realized that I am mean by some people's standards. And I don't care. I don't give a fuck. And I am just going to be that mean person. So there was a situation on Friday during the show where I called out someone's nickname, someone that I did not know, that was written on my ex-husband's chalkboard. I didn't say anything negative about the person. The nickname was just something out of the ordinary, and it caught my attention. Well, this person got really upset and called him, and I understood his concern that it was at his house, and you know what I'm saying, he don't want his business out. So I'm like, fine, I'm cool with that. But then I was a little irritated because I felt like he wanted me to be concerned about her feelings. And the truth of the matter was, I don't know her. I don't give a fuck about her feelings. I don't care. I don't care if she was upset. I don't care if she was hurt. I don't give two shits about her fucking feelings at all. Does that mean that I'm mean? If that means I'm mean, then I'm okay with being mean. Because the truth and the reality is, she could drop dead tomorrow. If it was a story in the news media and it was a horrific or tragic death, I would probably be like, oh, that's sad. But I don't care about her feelings. I just don't. If I don't see her name when I'm live, like, I feel like I formed a connection with a lot of you. Like, I've never met Penny, but I feel like I know Penny. I've never met Nikki, but I feel like I know Nikki. However, this nickname that I don't know who it's attached to, I don't care. And I don't care that she's hurt. And I'm okay with being mean if she feels like the fact that I don't care makes me mean. I don't give two shits. And I feel free. And I feel like I'm not going to lose any sleep behind it. I'm not going to miss a meal behind it. It just is what it is. And so what I want everybody to do is to get free, to get naked, and to live life authentically, good, bad, or indifferent. And that is why forgiveness is so important to me when it comes to people that are close to us, when it comes to people that, you know, make us feel some kind of way, that we're so angry that we hold resentment towards them. People that we don't know, we're not talking about them. I'm talking about people that are close to us that we need to be able to forgive in order to move on and have a successful life. One of the things I feel like I have mastered is forgiving my ex ex-husband. Forgiving anybody actually that I was ever in a relationship and it just didn't work out. For women, a lot of times, I feel like, and men too, we hold on to things when we're in relationships and we can't let that person go. We'll lie to ourselves and say, oh, I'm over that person. Oh, that didn't bother me. I'm fine. I'm free. I don't care. I don't care what they do. I don't care who they are with. But the moment we have the chance to stick it to them, we stick it to them real good. Why? Because we are not over them. Why? Because we have not forgiven them. That is why you have mothers out here right now running around, won't let their kids see the father, because as much as she say, I'm over him, I don't need him, she's lying. She hasn't gotten over it. The same way about the men, when he say, oh, I'm done with her, I don't fool with her. Well, why? Why? Because you're not over her. You have not forgiven the situation. Let me tell you something. When you are truly over somebody, you do not give, you don't care who they are with. So, here's a case in point. For New Year's Day. For New Year's Day, me and my kids and also my partner went to have dinner at my ex-husband's house with his girlfriend and her family. Now, it's funny because my friends were like, I don't know. One of my friends, I don't know how's it gonna feel to see this woman walking around in this kitchen that you designed. And I'm like, I don't know. That's gonna be kind of different watching this woman hang on my double ovens. I don't know. But when I walked in, I went and sat my little happy behind down, waiting on the food. I had a wonderful conversation with her family, and I actually like this girl, and I actually want him to be happy. Why? Because I don't want him. I'm over him, and my only concern is that this new person treats my kids with respect. She understands that we're a family. Like, that's my family. Like, if somebody was to do something to her, she would have me on board as somebody that's like, wait a minute, I got a problem. Because now I look at her as my family. Why? Because I've forgiven him. Anything that I feel like he took from me, I had to be honest and say that even if he could, he probably wouldn't give it back. So let that go. Let's get over it. Let's move on. Let's get along. And you know what irritates me is because for so many years, well, we've only been divorced for 5 years, but you know, I get a lot of people giving me feedback like, I don't understand how y'all consider yourself family. I don't understand. My ex ain't my family. She is just my kid's mama. Well, if that's all you want to feel like, or he just my kid's daddy, if that's all it is to you, that's fine. But for me, I am so over him. I can talk to him. I can be nice to him. I want the best for him because he's my kid's father. I need him to be successful. I need him to be the best man that he can be. And I feel like he feels the same way about me. So if there's anything that I can do that's going to help him be this great parent that I need him to be to help me with these kids, I'm going to do it. I have no resentment for the fact that our marriage failed. Now, did I initially? Yes. But I had to realize the marriage failed. It is what it is. There's nothing that I can do about it. And I have to move on for the sake of the kids. Not only that, I want to be fine. And I don't mean fine like okay. I mean fine like she looked good. Fine like the men all paused when I walked into the room. The men all paused and they all sung the same old tune. I want to be that kind of fine, which means I can't be walking around with a whole bunch of anger and hate and bitterness in my heart, because I'm not going to sit here now. I already feel like I gave you 15 years, a good 15 years. You can't have the rest of my life because I'm upset and I'm angry and I'm mad. You can't have that. I need to be fierce. I need to be fabulous. I need to be the shit for real, for real. And if that means letting go of something and accepting what's coming, the new, then that's exactly what I intend to do every day. And it's some days I have to, say to myself, I don't want to be angry. I don't want to hold on to anything. That was what I had to do initially in the beginning. Constantly remind myself that I didn't want to be angry. And I intended not being angry. Sharisa says, see, I need to learn that from you. My first baby daddy, I could still kill him. I could kill him too, Sharisa. But he's not worth it. He all fat now and ain't nothing we would want. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna let him be him. When my ex succeeds, our children win. Exactly, Nikki. When he succeeds, we all win. And I like to a lot of times liken what has happened, because some people will say things like, well, do you still want to be with him? Or y'all should have just stayed married. It wasn't working as a marriage. So because we're on the same team, we had to change positions in order for our team, me, him, and the kids to win. And that's what you have to do sometimes. You have to change positions. I'm not against you. You're not against me. But in the positions we were in, it wasn't working. If you think about baseball, if you are not good at being a pitcher, they don't have your ass pitching the motherfucking ball. They put you maybe at first, second, third, shortstop, outfield. Like, they'll switch and put you where you need to be in order for the team to be successful. And as a husband and wife, our team wasn't working that way. We were not being successful. So we had to switch positions in order for our team to move forward and to be okay. And so that is what we have to do as people. We have to realize that sometimes we got to switch positions in order for the team to be able to make it and to be okay. And there's nothing wrong with moving positions so that the team can be successful. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Jamaica says some people throw the baby out with the bathwater. Correct. And we're not doing that. Mike, I think some people who have kids together but were never married don't feel like they're partners as family. But in actuality, they are to some degree. Exactly. This is what I don't understand about people. Tell me this. Tell me how you can go from thinking this person is the best thing since sliced bread. As a woman, how can you go from tossing your legs up, spread them wide, and then all of a sudden you hate this person? This is the same person you was just grinding on. This is the same person that you was just trying to ride from the back. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't even face front ride. You was turned to the back so he could see it shake as you went up and down. How you go from that to all of a sudden now you can't stand this person and you want to see them fail? Y'all don't have nothing to talk about. Y'all can't even be in the same room. I don't understand that. Tell me how you can go from that to not being able to be in the same room with the person. Why do you feel like it is okay to have your children in a place where they feel divided, where they feel like they have to make a choice between their mother and their father? Children should never have to feel that way. I just don't understand. So for me, this is somebody, okay, let me just say, I had sex with you, we had kids together, and now it is what it is. We need to get along for the sake of the children. See, the problem is a lot of people get together and you think you love this person, but you don't. You really infatuated with them, and it's all based on conditions. It's based on the condition that he act the way you want him to act. He do what you want him to do. He buy you what you want him to buy you. But the moment he don't, then all of a sudden you can't stand him. You don't like him. He ain't good. He ain't the one to be around. But you slept with him and had a child by him. So I don't understand now how you can't be in the same room with this man that, as Jamaica said, reverse cowgirl. How? Y'all should be able to get along. but you haven't been able to get along with him because you don't want to forgive. So what I'm going to share with y'all tonight, and you might want to get a piece of paper. This piece of paper that I have right here is a piece of paper that I have had for almost, the 22nd will make 6 years. This was an exercise that I did in order to be able to forgive my ex-husband. And it works for anybody. As we go through this, it's going to work for anybody that you need to forgive, whether it be a spouse, a friend. Come Tuesday, we're going to talk about why we can forgive men but not forgive our friends. Actually, the title is Relationships versus Friendships. Why we can forgive the dick but not the chick. Y'all know that's how we do. Jackie says that selfishness and self-centered. That's so true. Cheryl says, I know too many men and women who are still hurt by the individual they were involved with and refuse to let go of the anger and will not allow someone new to come in. Not forgiving means that person still has power over you. I choose to forgive and be happy. No one is going to have that type of power over me. Exactly. I done gave you however much time we were together. For my situation, we were together for 15 years. I done already gave you 15. 15 is enough. That's a whole sophomore in high school. That's a whole child. I don't have time for that. So one of the things I think, that helped me was to figure out what I felt like this person had taken from me. So Kenneth, you sent me a message, Kenneth, in my on my personal Facebook page in the inbox. I want you to know that I am in Facebook jail once again, and so I can't respond to you. To answer your first question, are we still cool? The answer is no. Have I forgiven them? I'm fine with everybody, you know what I'm saying? But forgiveness also don't mean stupidity. Let me tell you that right there. And so the answer is no to your first question, Kenneth. And we can talk about it when I get out of Facebook jail. So what I want y'all to do is think about this person that you feel like have wronged you. If you have a piece of paper, write it on the piece of paper. If you don't, right now, get it in your head. Who is this person that you feel like has done something to you, that has made you angry, that you know you need to forgive and move on? Let's think about it. For me, again, I had to, at that time, it was my ex-husband, so his name is written on my paper. Then you have to think about what you feel like this person has taken from you. So for mine, on my list, I felt at the time that he had taken my peace, security, time, self-esteem, self-worth, a whole family, confidence, ability to trust, love, hope. He took my ability to believe, dream, laugh, sleep all night, and to show my girls what real love looked like. Those are the things that I felt like he took from me, and that's why I was so angry. That's why I was so mad. That's why I had so much unrest within me. That's why I wasn't at peace, because I felt like things that were important to me, he had taken those away. So as you think about the person that you're angry with, that you know you need to forgive, think about what you feel like they took from you. Because a lot of times, that's why we're mad. We think they took something from us and we don't like it. We like to be in control all the time, no matter what's going on. So think about what you feel like they have taken from you. Now I want you to realize that you have held on to this long enough. If you know that there is somebody that you need to forgive, that you haven't forgiven, think you've held on to it long enough. You done been mad long enough. You done been pissed off at them long enough. You done felt like I don't want to be in the same room with them long enough. They have caused you to get a few bitter wrinkles on your face long enough. It's time. You done been mad. That's great. Woo woo woo. You was mad. You cussed them out. Woo woo woo. You was mad. You withheld something from them or whatever. Pat yourself on the back, but it's been long enough. Tonight, I'm teaching you how to forgive. You gonna let it go. You have decided who the person was. You have figured out what you feel like they took from you. And now you have said to yourself, I have held on to this long enough. I have held on to this debt long enough. Because what it is, you feel like they owe you something. So you feel like they are indebted to you because they did you wrong some kind of way. They hurt you some kind of way. So you walking around with this bitterness and this anger because you feel like they owe you something. They took something from you and they owe you. And guess what? I'm here to tell you, the things that you feel like this person owe you, not only do they have no control over those things, even if they did, they wouldn't give them back to you. Because if they would, they wouldn't have taken them in the first place. If they care about your peace, your security, your self-esteem, your confidence, they wouldn't have taken it in the first place. So you need to just say, I've held on to this debt long enough and I choose to cancel this debt. They don't owe me anymore. So what, after you've written this down, you write paid on it. Write paid, write today's date, which is January 7th, 2018. They don't owe you anything anymore. And we've already decided that if they did, they wouldn't give it to you anyway. So why hold that? Why hold that debt? Why be angry? Why be miserable? You know, why feel like somebody, they don't owe you anything. It's over. Get rid of it. Write down what you feel like they owe you and realize even if they could, they wouldn't give it back to you. So who has to be in control of your peace? You do. Who has to be in control of your self-esteem? You do. Who has to be in control of your self-worth and your confidence? You do. Nobody else should be able to take that from you, and you should not have to look to somebody else to give it back to you. That is all in your hands. And what happens and why we are so hurt is because we don't realize we've given that power to somebody else. It is not up to, and it never was up to my ex-husband for me to feel confident. It is not up to, and it was never up to him for me to feel peace. It is not up to him, and it never was for me to feel like I'm worth something. That I gotta know what I'm worth, what I bring to the table. That's not for somebody else to tell me. And we talk about all the time, and I talk about how when you go into the grocery store, you don't get to choose what you want to pay for the items that are on the shelf. The price is already set before you get there. So that is the same way that you have to look at yourself. Nobody else should be able to decide what your value is. No one else should be able to decide what your worth is. That also means just like they can't determine it, they can't take it away. That's up to you. You can give it away. You can give away your peace. You can give away your self-esteem. You can give away your value. You can give away your worth. But they can't take it. It's only if you allow them to do that. So from this day moving forward, if there's someone that you know you've given your power away to, take it back. Take it back right now. Because that's a debt that you've held on to that you need to just forgive them of. It's not worth the wrinkles. It's not worth the stress of your hair falling out. It's not worth missing a meal. It's not worth missing any amount of sleep. I'm going to tell you, ain't nothing worth me having wrinkles and looking tired and looking old and looking like somebody just need to ball me up and throw me in a trash can somewhere because of what somebody did to me. None of that is worth it. It's not worth high blood pressure. It's not worth the sickness that comes along with holding on and harboring ill feelings. Dis-ease causes disease. Break the word down. Disease is dis-ease. Nobody's worth that. Nobody is worth your health and peace of mind. That's right, Tamika. Paid in full. Paid in full. Write paid in full on that piece of paper, and that's it. That's it. I'm choking now. I gotta drink some of this tequila. Throat feel dry. Let me see what you just said, Kenneth, because I know you. I can't forgive someone that doesn't deserve it. I can choose who I can forgive, can't I? This is the thing, Kenneth. You can choose how to respond to them based off of what they did, but you should forgive them. If it's causing you any type of a dis-ease. Now, if you feel like it's not causing you dis-ease, that's another thing. There are people that I have forgiven that I still won't deal with, because I'm not going to put myself in a position for you to do that same thing to me again. Here just recently, I had people that were involved in my business who not only did we decide to go in different directions when it comes to the business aspect of things, they decided to really try and tarnish my image, tear down my business, do videos with a whole lot of lies.